I love what you mentioned earlier with managing your risk and risking a little bit less. That's sort of been an emphasis that I've tried to gauge, which is also part of the reason too that especially with futures, I found myself going back to the 15 minute, and that's where I found my most success. 15, 5 minute, that's sort of the sweet spot. Not that I always like trading the 1 minute, but with prop firms and futures and all of that, I just know for me, I tend to just spaz out after a while. If I take like a huge loss, it's just like mentally, I don't know what it is. I don't know if my ego's too big, but if I'm wrong very quickly, I get into a bad space and I can blow up my account really quick. Whereas if I trade in a higher time frame, I have time for everything to compartmentalize and analyze the trade, and sometimes I might not even get an opportunity for my next entry, and therefore it helps me from that tilt factor. So I guess that's another thing too, knowing oneself as far as what works best for you, what are the best circumstances for you and your success as a trader in this environment.
100% that. So here's the ninja trader, you guys, is I feel the same way. First, I guess to say, please understand too, is I am not a quitter and I can handle losing, technically speaking, but it hurts. It starts to mess with your psychology. It messes with your emotions more than I care to admit out loud, for sure. So having said that, I agree with you on the whole popping up a higher time frames. Off screen, I've got up the 5 minute, which I'm paying a lot more attention to than I was before. So right now on the 5 minute, we're just bouncing off of that 20 moving average, the 50 moving average. I like how that wick formed on the 5 minute. I don't like the second candle that's forming. Hopefully it also, the second 5 minute candle forms just the wick and then comes down, or at least comes back in. I could add to this position to get out at break even, but on the 2 minute, that wick to the downside is not looking too sexy. So we'll see. It's the psychology. So I'd rather take a smaller size, especially on a day like this where the ATR is huge. The ATR is what, 2.5, 3 times as what it was yesterday morning. So it's a big, and the overnight range is big too. It's pretty darn big. So we're back in profit on that account on the day. Hold up, let's see. That's where I'm at, just baby steps. I'm not claiming perfection. I'm claiming I am learning the different tools, platforms, and things that goes with this. This was a foolish trade to hold. I was up $700-ish. I could have locked, but because I deleted my trail, I didn't add another stop loss to trail into that. So that was a poor decision making. And just to call a spade, we have to call the good things we do and the bad. We have to own ourselves. Look for your levels, look for your measurements or whatever your eyes see best, and that's it.